beautiful friends. How are you? Okay. I'm really wanting to just jump in my nice hot bathtub, but I got a couple of things. Mark finally got his package from Pia, and he liked everything that was in it. I know he especially loved the coffee, and he got some Turkish coffee, and it's like a hazelnut flavor, and you mix it with like 6 ounces of water. I think it has sugar and creamer with it. I don't really like sweet coffee, but what I did is I mixed this in with my regular coffee, and then I also mixed it in with my I made some espresso. Loved it with my espresso because I like really strong coffee, and Turkish coffee is usually strong. This is so good, and it's not super sweet, and especially mixing it in with my espresso, it was so good. And Mark really loves it. He really likes this. And he said, thank you, Pia and Trina. And he loved, and we have not tried these yet, and I was like, what are these? But these are peppercorn and clove like cookies, and they smell good from the outside package. I can smell the cloves right off. But, well, you know what? Let me try one right now. I have a feeling they're going to be a little spicy because of the cloves. Let's see. I can tell they're very hard. They would probably go really good with that hazelnut coffee or just black coffee for me. Try to break one. Oh, very hard. You need to dunk them. Oh. I like them. They're like a Christmas cookie. At first I was kind of thinking ginger snaps, but no. Cloves. Coffee or tea they would be really good with. And they're not spicy. But if you don't like cloves, you won't like those. But got that. But in that, I also had something. I thought I only had like one item in there, but I had quite a few. But we have this. I have this gloss. Well, lip oil. It's Oh My Gloss, the lip oil from Rimmel, and Pink Lush, which I have a little bit of that on. And then, and the eye mask I have on. I have those in there, which I just used my last mask, so that was good. And I have some hyaluronic acid body scrub, which I'm going to use after I get off here. Ugh. If I can open it. Oh. It doesn't really have a smell. Unless my sniffer's not working. I mean, it has like a skincare smell. But I really like that, and I love body scrubs. And then I have this. It's called Hello Clean. And it is a pore downsizer, the pore cleansing balm. I love the cleansing balm. I always do, oh yeah, a double cleanse. Right now I'm using my Tier. Here's a little scoop, and it's a magnetic one. This will work on my little refrigerator in here. This is from Rimmel, Multitasker Wake Me Up Concealer and Foundation with Cooling One. It has vitamin C and caffeine. Medium coverage ivy. Ooh. See, I just took the lid off it. Oh, that one feels so good. Oh, that does feel good. Maybe we'll try this after. Oh, I like that. We'll try this. Put this in. And then I have this little thing I'll be hanging up. I'm gonna hang all this stuff up, and I know I keep on saying I'm gonna redo all that back there, but I just haven't felt good, or if I do feel good, I just don't. I do something else, and then I'm just too tired afterwards. Like I'll try to clean my living room, or like Mark says, I try to do too much. I clean my living room, and then I'll do my bathroom, and then I'll do my bedroom, and then he's like, why do you do all that at once? You don't need to do it. I'm like, I don't know. I just do. Said, if everyone had a friend like you, the world would be a better place. And that's how I feel about you and Trina. And it's a little card. Got the twine. I love this. And you know, it's going to find a place up there. So I will be doing this. And I got all these masks. I have Grace and Stella, and I have Mint Biology. I got these masks. And this one here, I think it's a 24 karat gold mask. I threw the paper away already. And then all of these facial sheet masks, hydrating. Licorice extract oat protein, which is a hydrating mask, a deep cleansing mask, a facial sheet mask. So, you know, flamingo. So I've got these. So, and it was, you know, it looks like, and it looks like this was actually mailed out on the same day, but it came like 2 weeks later. It doesn't make sense. But then, I don't know, because sometimes when I send stuff just to Colorado, it takes forever to get there. And then I'll send something to California, and it will get there like in 2 days. So, it does not make sense. But I thought I'd get on here and do a quick little eye look with... Oh, and this is what I got. One of my favorite things. I love black licorice. Me and my grandpa, I think, were the only two that really did like it. And like the black jelly beans, those were my favorite. Those are what I went for every Easter. But she got me these. They're called Skippers. Skippers Pipes. Sea salt. What they look like and what that is, it is black licorice. And it says Skipper pipes have been around since before you were born. They are partly handmade, which makes every pipe unique, just like the people eating them. And you open it, and I ate just a little piece of it off yesterday. I ate just a little bitty piece, like I said, I can eat one piece off. I can get back on there. I have issues. Come on, baby. Stay up there. Yeah, I talked to my sheet mask, eye mask. I talked to everything. So yeah, and it does have salt, but it's not as salty as the other ones that she has, which I do like these so much better. The flavor, I love licorice. And this is so, so good. And it comes, oh, that smells so good. And they come like this. So, yeah. Put these in the refrigerator and I will, because it's going to take me a while to eat these. But, yeah. This is my little haul from, well, that was Mark's haul and my haul from Trina. And, oh, and then she got Miss Press a couple of things. But, they're in there with Miss Prissy, and Miss Prissy is hoarding them. She got them and she's all asleep. So, Miss Press and Charlie and Trump and Millie. But then I want to come on here and show you I received the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. I thought I would get on here and show you. And I thought I would do a little quick eye look. And then after this, I'm probably going to go and take me a quick, well, not a quick, I'm going to soak in the tub. Told Mark I think we are going to get some more rain because my legs are hurting. Like, my CRPS is like, honey, you're going to be getting some more rain. And I'm like, okay. Can always tell. Which one do I want to use? I'm going to go in with, dang it, if I don't drop them. I'm going to go in with my rougher brush. I think it's a 13. And I'm going to go in with, I've already got some primer on. I got my Natasha Denona eye primer. And I'm going to go in with Clover. I think I'm just going to do a little basics. Just a simple eye look. Nothing major. But I'm just going to kind of tap this on and blend it out a little. They just blend out so well, like almost on their own. You guys know, if you're new here, you know my name is Debbie. I am 57 years old. I love makeup. I have CRPS, which is complex regional pain syndrome, which is a very rare pain disease. There is no cure for it. Mine is actually spreading, so yay me. I do have a pain stimulator in, but the battery's going out. I barely have juice for it, so I turn it up, turn it down, turn it up, turn it down. That way I can kind of save a little bit of the juice that I do have. Is it working? Not really. But it started in 2004. So I've had this for 21 years. July will be 21 years. I think it's July. June or July. One of them J months in the summer. And I had it. It put me out of commission for a couple of years. And then it went into what you call like remission, to where, I was able to go back to work, even though I did change careers. That's when I went into nursing, because I was kind of not able to do my job at that time. But I went into nursing. Plus I needed to change. I just needed a change of scenery. So I went into nursing and done that for a long time. you know, my arm would hurt. And it started here, my wrist. That's where it did start, okay? And I had surgery on it. When I woke up from surgery, I was like, I am in a lot of pain. I should not be in this much pain. Something is wrong. Everything they gave me did not work. So, therefore, I mean, they tried everything. Nothing worked. I mean, I was in the hospital a little bit longer than normal because they were trying me on every kind of medication they could think of without completely putting me in a medical-induced coma. So, there was that. And then, okay, like I said, had that for quite a few years. And yes, this was work-related. Quite a few years, had that. And then, you know, it would hurt. But then, you know, there would be times I come home from work, I would take medication. I did have to... I was supposed to have been weaned off my medication, but I went off of it cold turkey. And I was on some high-powered medication. I went through the worst withdrawals ever. I understand why drug addicts stay on their drugs. I understand how you get addicted and you want to stay on drugs, because withdrawals are terrible. Oh my gosh, they were awful. My whole body, I felt like I was going to have to die to get better. My whole body was absolutely in pain and agony. And it was awful. It was absolutely awful. So, other than that, I went to work, you know, had flare-ups here and there. Sometimes they were real bad and I'd have to be off work. Yes, I had FMLA. I did use it a time or two in quite a few years. Then in 2000, I think it was 16, I had surgery. I had a bypass. I lost over 100 pounds, like in 8 months. And in between that time, you know, before I had the surgery, me and Mark, we were into hiking. We hiked a lot. Let me get some of this shadow here. We did a lot of hiking. And, I mean, we would hike 7 to 10 miles. I would do that daily because I wasn't working. He wanted me to quit my job, so I did. At first, it was because of medical, because I did have some issues after that surgery, but that's beside the... That was due to that surgery. I was just very weak because I could not eat. But anyway, once I started getting better, he didn't want me to go back to work, so I didn't. I was just lucky that I was able to do that. So I want to get a little darker on there, just maybe a touch. So I'm going to go in with Bark, which is just a little darker shade. I think I'm just going to keep that right out here. But we were, you know, every time when he would be off work, we would go out, hiking. We go all over around here. Just hike. Like I said, we would go 7 to 10 miles every time we would. I would walk or ride my bike around the area. I would not go hiking by myself, but I would walk around town. We have a bike trail that was over by my daughter-in-law's. I would walk over there. I would get the kids and we would go walk. Or when I would go get my sister, when I would be at my mom's, and me and her would go walk around Farmersville or Germantown. And yes, it takes a lot to walk around Farmersville. We was able to figure it out around Germantown. So, but, and then there was a little bakery that was opening up, and I told Mark that I really wanted to work there. So I did. And I was working there for a little while, and I loved it, because bakery, I'd done that for a long time too. Early, back when my kids were growing up, when they were very little. I loved it. Well, needless to say, that bothered my arm. So I had to go see the surgeon that did the surgery, make sure that nothing was coming loose or anything like that. I'm grabbing the flat brush, and I think I'm going to go into this Equinox. It's got like a, I don't know if you can see that, like a, it's like a bluish green. I don't know. It just looks so pretty. I don't know. Where do I want to go? Which one do I really want to go into? I know I should. Swatch this, and I will, but just not today. I don't really feel like it. But anyway, that started really bothering me. So, you know, they done x-rays and MRI, make sure that nothing was, my screws weren't loose. Yes, I know, my husband jokes about that. That we know that the ones in my head may be, but all of them in there weren't. They're good. So then we were like, well, I had to stop doing the bakery job, because it was just to the point where it was really starting to hurt, and that's what aggravated it. But we were going out, and we were still hiking and stuff, so then a few months later, I woke up, and I could not, ooh, that is so pretty. I could not, I couldn't walk. Could not walk on my legs at all. I got up to go to the bathroom, and I completely fell. I couldn't, the pain was so severe and intense that I could not walk. Let me see if I can, with these nails on, I'm afraid I'll put myself in the eye. But it was bad. So and they looked, and they started looking awful. They were swollen, and they were red and purplish looking. The color is just so weird for me to describe of what they looked like, and what they kind of scaly and dry looking, but it's different than what a normal scaly dry person, I don't know, it's really hard to explain. But they were so red and purple and blue and just nasty. Well, that kept me literally in bed for a year. I was not able to get up, move, do anything whatsoever. I went to the doctor, back and forth to the doctor. I had to go in a wheelchair. Which, in all honesty, just kind of bothered me, because, you know, I was somebody who was used to just doing all kinds of stuff on her own, and now here's all this stuff that I could not do. So yeah, it really, really bothered me. This is pretty. I'm really liking this palette. And then now I'm going with this color called Rue. Kind of like a, I think it's this one. Well, and then you know, of course, I started getting depressed. I got what they call agoraphobia, which is the fear of the outside. I was afraid to go outside. You know, I was wanting something, I think something done with my hair, and my daughter-in-law was going to do it. Well, my daughter-in-law just lives less than a mile from me, I would say. I couldn't even drive out. Nope. Couldn't drive over. So I had to call and say, she says, I'll be there in a minute. But that was so hard for me to get used to, of trying to deal with, was me having to let other people take care of me now. Me depending on other people, which was really hard for me. And sometimes it still is. On certain things it really is. And I do not know why, but it is. And now Mark tells me I need to get over it and just let people help. I'm going to take these off. This to dry under there. But yeah, they done testing and everything, and they're like, yep, it's CRPS. And it was in my feet and top to my feet and went halfway up my leg and both of my legs. I said, yep, it has spread. What caused it, they don't know. Could have been just something from walking. Could it have been from the bakery and that from my arm? They don't know, because they really don't know what causes CRPS. They don't know if it's nerves. They don't know what it is, honestly, or what nerve it is. Something is going on, and what it feels like to me, it feels like lightning. Lava is flowing through my veins. Lightning's going off inside with a hammer, with like a power hammer, and knives are stabbing me all over, and I got like cramps, and like, you know, if you've been running so much, and it's just not fun. I'm just gonna, it's not fun. And it's 24/7. So let's go into this. So now I am, and then that's not going away. They told me I will not go in remission with this. Now we're going to go in with this. Does this lock or? No, it just comes out. We don't need a lot. We'll see how much we need. I just kind of dabbed it on. This seems to be like a nice color. This feels very nice. This will feel very nice when I put my skincare on. And you know, I usually don't do concealer. But yeah, it's just been but I am going to go in here and use a sponge. But now I had a pain stimulator put in a few years ago, but I use mine 24/7, and I do use it up on a pretty high setting. And a pain stimulator is kind of like a TENS unit, which is kind of like sends frequencies. It's little bitty shock waves, and it does help with the pain. It helps with my functionality. The pain, somewhat, but my pain level used to stay at a 7 on a scale from 1 to 10, but here lately it's gone back up to an 8, and that is my daily. That is my normal. And it took me a long time, but I have finally come to terms with it, and that is what my normal is. And I'm hoping that it goes down once I get my pain stimulator, when I get the new battery put in. Now I'm going to go in with some, and I didn't want to go that far because and you know, there's something about your saliva that breaks up makeup. But I also want to connect the underneath with this here. But makeup has turned into like my therapy. So that's one of the reasons I started this channel. Am I on here? Do I care? I mean, I'd love to have more people, but no. Do I care? I did not get on here to get monetized. I did not get on here to have 1 million subscribers. I wasn't even expecting to have more than 10, to tell you the truth. But I have a lot, and I'm happy and thrilled, and I love it when you guys watch. I love it when you guys comment. I mean, you guys are amazing, and I think you guys are all wonderful when I read your comments. When I get the DMs from you guys, it's absolutely wonderful. And this is how I met Pia and Trina. And this is just great. And also Michelle and there's Diana. There's quite a few, but I really connected with Trina and Michelle. I mean, Trina and Pia. They really have come like sisters. Now I'm going to go in with, then we're going to get this Natasha Denona. That's not it. Where'd it go? I'm going to use this one. Or am I going to use what am I going to use? Maybe I'll just use this Viper from Urban Decay. I could have just went in with the brown, but I didn't have to do any eyeliner. I mean, I'm just going to wash it off here within an hour. But yeah, I see a doctor once a month. When we go to the store, I have to take, when we go to the store, I use an electric scooter. I have my own that I use. Mark was able to find me one on Marketplace. It is a good used one. I can walk around with a cane, but just like around my house, I can't go too far. But I am trying. I walk around the house. You know, I go to Colorado. I go out there. I was going out there quite often. Before, and even here lately, I was going out there. But I got sick, and then when you have anything like this, make sure you clean the top of it. And I always have a little bottle of alcohol, and I just spray the tops of it and wipe it down. And then we're going to go in with some mascara. Let me try this. Lights, Camera, Lashes. Ooh, UPS. And you coming to my house. See, I don't think I ordered anything. There was a few things I sent to Mark that I did ask him if he'd order for me. Yeah, and I know Pia, she has fibromyalgia, and I know that that is a very painful disease also. But I have kind of learned to also let God handle it, because there's nothing I can do. No sense in crying and asking why. I cry, oh believe me, every single day and night. That's the reason my eyes stay all puffy and swelled. Some days are worse than others. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. And if there's anything you want to know on here about it, just ask in the comments or DM me. And if you think that you may have CRPS, you know, let me know. And I'll even what questions you should be asking your doctor. Because a lot of doctors do not really know too much about CRPS. So you got to make sure you advocate for yourself. I've been to quite a few doctors who are like, I'm not really familiar with that disease. Like my family doctor. He said he has heard of it, but he was not familiar with it. So I educated him on what I could, because I read something about it every day. I always look, I want to make sure. But I also go to a doctor who specializes in CRPS. And that's the reason I do go to her once a month, because there's always something coming out. And this is I wish I could get into a program for the CRPS, but right now mine is too far, and yes, it's too far out there. So I'm going to also go in with the new Natasha Denona. I don't think this color is really going to go with this look, but we're going anyway. It's the cream. I got a little bit of blush on, but I like this new blush. I know a lot of people don't, but I do, and I think I'm going to get another color or two. I've got some more points. I got this palette through Ulta because I had a lot of points. So I think I got that one almost free. They're $69, and they're well worth it. And also, I think I want to try do a Sephora. I wish Tower 28 would go into Ulta. I like Sephora, but their point system is not great, so I'm not really. That's why I would rather go to Ulta. I know I'm all over the place talking today, but I would rather go to Ulta because I like their point system. Because at Sephora you go and you get points, but you can get certain items, and most of the certain items you can get are freebies, or deluxe that you're going to get, that you could get in for purchasing items. And this you can go over. One is, but I feel like it's like a highlighter. There's a darker one that I think I'm going to get, that I really like. And then the new Tower 28, they're a powder. I think that's about all I'm going to do. Get my hair out of my face. yeah. Oh yeah, see how much lighter my hair is than what it was? And then the gray, of course, you know. But yeah, this is my new Natasha Denona. So what do you think? I think I'm going to be able to get quite a few looks out of this. I really do like the color scheme on it. I do. Maybe I could go in with the guess I could go in with a little highlight. Might go in and watch The Rookie. Me and hubby started watching The Rookie here not too long ago. I really like it. I'll watch episode after episode. But this is it. Wish these butterflies would stay turned. And these come from Pia, my sister. My sister Pia. I love. But here you go. I'll be sending you a package here before too long, Pia. But this is it. What do you think? I love it. I really love the artwork on it. It's so pretty. Now I'm waiting for a foundation, Miss Natasha Denona. A cream foundation. Another cream one. I can be wearing this one here before long because this is my summer shade. But I need another one. We need a skin tint. Another skin tint. You've given me my eyeshadows. I'm going to go through and make me up my own dream palette with all of her shadows. Because you know Natasha Denona is my favorite. So, I love you guys. Oh my gosh, this is almost an hour long. I should have stopped the video. No, I love you guys. I hope you guys love me too. But I love you, and I am going to get off here and go take me one of the hottest baths with bubbles to the ceiling. And I am going to soak my legs. Yes, I'm going to soak my legs. I'm going to get my tea, my ice water, my 3 bottles of water, and I think I'm going to get me some hot tea. Yes, either hot tea or a hot cup of coffee. Or maybe even both. I do that because I will be in there for like 2 hours. And no, I'm not joking. Maybe 3. I might be in there for 3 hours. So, but I love you guys. And you guys are beautiful. You're blessed. And I want you guys go out and do something magnificent today. Because you are magnificent. You're fabulous. You're gorgeous. Yes, darling, you are gorgeous. So, and I love you so much. But I love you guys so much. And I can't wait to get this hair done. A few more weeks, and I can't wait for you to see what we're doing to it. Can't wait. But I love you guys. Bye.